Hello guys. Um, okay. Hello guys. Uh, we have a reading. Okay. Reading. I just reading. Reading. Today we have a lesson of reading. Okay. I changed something. Oh, okay. Up. Okay, I think I do it like this. Oh. Okay, I think I do it like this. We have a reading today. And why I want to do reading? Because I did one reading. I read a chapter one. It's be a long time. It was a long time ago, and I think it's more than 1 month. More than 1 month. And I have a lot of practice about English for that moment, for this moment, and I want to check. Maybe I could read this book in more easier manner. I don't know, because when I read a chapter one, it was too difficult for me. Uh, I read aloud, but after then, when I want to when I want to retail this, I can't, because reading aloud is difficult for me for one month ago. But now I read mm, I read a lot, and I think I have some improvement about that. And let's check it. I want to record this, and then I can to compare. Okay, let's begin. And how I can do it? Maybe, oh, no. Chapter 2, Dr. Livesey's story. No. Chapter 2, Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Dr. Livesey's story. At 1:30 in the afternoon, two small boats went from the ship to the island. We looked for Jim Hawkins on the Hispaniola, but he was not there. We waited on the ship. There were 6 pirates with us. Then Hunter and I took a boat and went to the island. I wanted to see the house on the island. The house was strong and it was in a good place. We can stay here, I thought. We can stay here, I thought. There's water and we can bring food and guns from the ship. Then I heard the pirates fighting in the trees. They are killing someone. They are killing someone, I thought. Perhaps Jim Hawkins is Jim Hawkins is dead. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into the small boat. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. Joyce and I carried the food from the beach to the house. Joyce stayed in the house with his gun and I went back to the ship. We put more food and our guns into the small boat and dropped all the other guns into the sea. Then Mr. Trelawney's men, Red Ruth, and Hunter, Mr. Trelawney, the captain, and I left the ship. There were 5 of us in a small boat, and we moved very slowly. Then we saw the pirates on the Hispaniola. They had the big gun on the ship. They are going to shoot. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot to check picture and image. Let's do it. Picture and image board and dropped all the other guns into the sea. Then Mr. Trelawney's men. Okay, it's okay. Then we saw the pirates on the Hispaniola. They had the big gun on the ship. They are going to shoot at us, somebody said. We tried to go faster. Mr. Trelawney shot. We tried to go faster. Mr. Trelawney shot at the man at the man on the ship. At the man on the ship. He hit one of them. Then the pirates on the island ran out of the trees. Then the pirates on the island ran out of the trees. They began to run along the beach. Yes, it's began. It's past simple, yes. They began. I think it's past simple. Begin, because we have begin. It's yes, of course, yes. Begin, began, began. Begin, began. Um, uh, then the pirates on the island ran out of the trees. They began to run along the beach. There, there were, there, there were Jeff. I think. There were, there were five. I think it's five. There were five of us in a small boat, and we moved very slowly. Very slowly. Okay. Cap Captain Smollett said sadly, "Now there are only five of us, and we have food for 10 days. What are we doing? What are we going to do?" I want to read a couple of times this thing because it's I have some difficulties with pronunciation. There were five. There were five of us. 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 There were five of us in a small boat, and we moved very slowly. Okay. Captain Smollett said sadly, "Now there are only five of us, and we have food for 10 days. What are we going to do?" Quickly said the captain, "They are going to catch us. Catch. They are going to catch us. Leave the boat." We heard the big gun on the Hispaniola behind us. We jumped onto the beach and ran. We heard the big gun we heard the big gun on the Hispaniola behind us. We jumped on the beach and ran. Ran. Most of our food and our guns went down into the sea with the small boat. We heard the pirates running. We heard the pirates running along the beach behind us, but we ran quickly through the trees to the house. But we ran quickly through the trees to the house. We heard the pirates running. We heard the pirates running along the beach behind us. But we ran quickly through the trees to the house. Okay. We arrived at the house and turned to shoot at the pirates. We arrived at the house and turned to shoot at the pirates. We hit one of the pirates and the other man ran away. Then one of the pirates turned and shot Red Ruth through the head. Red Ruth through the head. into head or through the head? What does mean? I want to translate this. Red. Yeah, through the head. It's mean they mean in the head, yes? Hmm. Through the head. Shut. Shut. Shut through the head. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, uh, let's highlight it. This. We hit, we hit one, we hit, we hit one of the pirates, and the other men ran away. Then one of the pirates turned and shot Red Ruth through the head. Captain Smollett said sadly, "Now there are only 5 of us, and we have food for 10 days. What are we going to do?" 5 of why 5? Why not 4? Now there are only 5 of us, and we have food for 10 days. What are we going to do? Suddenly, we heard somebody outside. "Dr. Livesey," said Jim Hawkins. "It's me, Jim. I'm here." Suddenly, we heard somebody outside. Guys, I try to read with understanding. Yeah, what I read. I have some problem with reading aloud and understanding in the same time. Suddenly, we heard somebody outside. "Dr. Livesey," said Jim Hawkins. "It's me, Jim. I'm here." Hmm. So then there were 6 of us. So then there were 6 of us. Okay. Chapter 3. Okay, let's try to read chapter 2. It's a short chapter. Let's try to read this chapter again. And after that, I tried to retail this chapter. And actually, guys, this is a book for elementary level. It's about 60 words, but in the it's unique 60 words. But if we talk about uh, common quantity of the words, we have seven, 778 unique words, and we have about 600 6,466 words. The most common word is article there, yes. Okay, let's come back. Let's return to our reading. Chapter 2. Dr. Livesey's story. At half past 1 in the afternoon, 2 small boats went from the ship to the island. We looked for Jim Hawkins on the Hispaniola, but he was not there. At half past 1 in the afternoon, two small boats went from the ship to the island. We looked for Jim Hawkins on the Hispaniola, but he was not there. But he was not there, okay. We waited on the ship. There were 6 pirates with us. Then Hunter and I took a boat and went to the island. I wanted to see the house on the island. The house was strong and it was in a good place. We can stay here, I thought. There's water and we can bring food and guns from the ship. Then I heard the pirates fighting in the trees. They are killing someone, I thought. Perhaps Jim Hawkins is dead. But who is think about that? Who is thought about that? Ah, Dr. Livesey. Yes, Dr. Livesey's story. It's Dr. Livesey, okay. Okay, it's Dr. Livesey's story. Yes, at half past 1 in the afternoon, two small boats went from the ship to the island. We looked for Jim Hawkins and Hispaniola, but he was not there. He waited on the ship. There were 6 pirates with us. We looked for Jim Hawkins on the Hispaniola, but he was not there. He was not there. We waited on the ship. There were 6 pirates with us. Then Hunter and I took a boat and went to the island. I wanted to see the house on the island. I wanted to see the house on the island. The house was strong, and it was in a good place. We can stay here, I thought. There is water, and we can bring food and guns from the ship, from the ship. Then I heard the pirates fighting in the trees. They are killing someone, I thought. Perhaps, perhaps. I want to listen to the pronunciation of this word. Perhaps. In American. Perhaps.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Perhaps. P and E and R, it's unstressed syllable, and haps is stressed syllable. Perhaps, okay. Perhaps. I thought perhaps Jim Hawkins is dead. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told Hispaniola. What about pronunciation of Hispaniola? I forgot. Hispaniola.
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 Hispaniola. Hispan, it's unstressed, and yola, Hispaniola. Hispaniola.
Hispaniola.
Hispaniola.
Hispaniola.
Hispaniola.
Hispaniola.
Hispaniola.
Okay. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house, and Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into the small boat. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. Hunter and I. Who is Hunter? I forgot it. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into the small boat. Okay. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into the small boat. Boat. Oh, boat. I think it's boat. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. Joyce and I carried the food from the beach to the house. Joyce stayed in the house with his gun, and Joyce and I carried the food. Joyce, Hunter, Hunter, Hunt. Okay. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into. And we started. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into the small boat. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. Okay. And what about in the start of this chapter? At 1:30 in the afternoon, two small boats went from the ship to the island. We looked for Jim Hawkins on the we looked we looked for we looked for it's not looked it's not watched it's looked for. Yes, they find. We looked for Jim Hawkins on the Hispaniola, but he was not there. We waited on the ship. There were 6 pirates. We waited on the ship. There were 6 pirates with us. Then Hunter and I took a boat and went to the island. I wanted to see the house on the island. Okay, I understand a little bit. I wanted to see the house, the house on the island. The house was strong, and it was in a good place. It was in a good place. We can stay here, I thought. There's there is water, and we can bring food. Uh, we can stay here, I thought. There is water, and we can bring food and guns from the ship. Then I heard the pirates fighting in the trees. They are killing someone, I thought. Perhaps Jim Hawkins is dead. Okay. Yes. Mm, I thought perhaps Jim, perhaps. I thought perhaps Jim Hawkins is dead. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house. and we started to put food into the small boat. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. Joyce and I carried the food from the beach to the house. Joyce stayed in the house with his gun and I went back to the ship. We put more food and our Joyce stayed in the house with Joyce. Joyce and I carried the food from the beach to the house. Joyce stayed in the house with his gun and I went back to the ship. We put more food and our guns into the small boat and dropped all the other guns into the sea. The Mr. Trelawney. Then Mr. Trelawney's men, Redruth, let's Redruth.
Redruth.
How she
Redruth.
Redruth. Okay. I highlighted this word. It's difficult for pronunciation, guys. Yes, Redruth for fast pronunciation. Redruth. Then Mr. Trelawney's men, Redruth and Hunter, Mr. Trelawney, the captain, and I left the ship. Redruth, Hunter, Mr. Trelawney, captain, and I. Redruth, Hunter, Mr. Trelawney, the captain, and I left the ship. Five guys. There were five of us in a small boat, and we moved very slowly. Then we saw the pirates on the Hispaniola. Okay, interesting. Joyce and I carried the food from the beach to the house. Joyce stayed in the house with his gun, and I went back to the ship. He went back to the ship. It's Dr. Livesey. Yes, we put more. They take another portion of food. We put more food and our guns into the small boat and dropped all the. We put more food and our guns into the small boat and dropped all the other guns into the sea. Then Mr. Trelawney's men, Redruth and Hunter, Mr. Trelawney, the captain, and I left the ship. There were five of us in a small boat, and we moved very slowly. Okay, then we saw the pirates on the Hispaniola. They had the big gun on the ship. They had the big gun on the ship. They are going to shoot us. They're going to shoot us. Somebody said. We tried to go faster. Mr. Trelawney shot at shot. It's shot or shoot? It's past, yes. Shot. 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 Shoot. Shoot. Shot. 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 Where is verb? Shoot. Okay. Shot. It's a noun. Yes. Shot. Shot is the past tense and past participle of shoot. Oh, okay. Shoot, shot, shot. So, oh, okay. I remember. We tried to go faster. Mr. Trelawney shot at the man and the ship. On the ship. Mr. Trelawney shot at the man on the ship. On the ship. On the ship. He hit one of them. Then the pirates on the island ran out of the trees. Then the pirates on the island ran out of the trees. They began to run along the beach. Then the pirates on the island ran out of the trees. They began to run along the beach. Along the beach. Run the pirates. Then the pirates on the island ran out of the trees. What does it mean of the trees? It's from. They ran out. Okay. They began run out of the trees. Of the trees. They began to run along the beach. They began to run along the beach. It's past. Yes, what does it mean? It's story, and that is why it's past. Yes. Began. Began. Began is began. Began is the past tense of began. Okay. They began to run along the beach. Mhm. There were 5 of us in a small boat, and we moved very slowly. Captain Smollett said sadly, "Now there are only 5 of us, and we have food for 10 days. What are we going to do? What are we going?" Quickly said the captain, "They are going to catch us. They're going to catch us. Leave, leave the boat." We heard the big gun and the Hispaniola behind us. Uh-huh. We jumped. Big gun. Big gun, I think it's, yes, it's, in Russia we have a special word for this, pushka. And cannon, yeah, in English it's like cannon, yes, cannon. And we heard the big gun and the Hispaniola behind us, and we jumped on to the beach and ran. Most of our food and our guns went down into the sea. We jumped onto the beach and ran. Most of our food and our guns went down into the sea with the small boat. We heard the pirates. Oh, sorry, guys. We heard the pirates running along the beach. We heard the pirates running along the beach behind us, but we ran quickly. But we ran quickly through the trees to the house. We heard the pirates running along the beach behind us, but we ran quickly through the trees to the house. We arrived at the house. We arrived at the house and turned to shoot at the pirates. We heard the pirates running along the beach behind us, but we ran quickly through the trees, through the through the trees to the house. We okay, okay, let's more energy. Yeah, okay. We arrived at the house and turned to shoot at the pirates. Okay, we arrived at the house and turned to shoot at the pirates. We hit one of the pirates, and the other man ran away. The one of the pirates turned and shot Red Ruth through the head. Captain Smollett said sadly, "Now there are only 5 of us. We have food for 10 days. What are we going to do?" Suddenly we heard somebody outside. "Dr. Livesey," said Jim Hawkins. "It's me, Jim. I'm here." So then there were 6 of us. Okay. And chapter 3, it's a Jim story, and chapter 1, who is it's Jim Hawkins story. Okay. It's a big chapter, yes. Chapter 1. I want to chapter 2, it's a small chapter, yes, and chapter chapter 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pages of text. Oh, it's around. And what about chapter 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, the first chapter is the biggest one. Is the biggest, is the most biggest. Okay, what I remember from chapter 2, guys. Okay, it's a story of Dr. Livesey. Yeah, it's my retelling. I think I will I'll have a I could have a problem. I could have a problem with retelling, but I need to try. Okay, this is Dr. Livesey's story. The I don't. Okay. They waited Jim Hawkins on the ship, on the Hispaniola, but after half but after I don't know 12 o'clock, yes, approximately, they take a boat and moved to the island. Dr. Livesey and I don't remember with whom Dr. Livesey moved to the island. There were 6 pirates on the Hispaniola ship, and there were 6. They moved to the island, and they found they want they wanted to watch they wanted to watch a house, the house. They look they looked to this house, and after that they Dr. Livesey thought that that they that they could live here, but not live. It's I forgot what they can do at that house. Okay, and they need a water and food and guns, and they can go to this house to it, and they can go to it. A little bit later, Dr. Livesey heard a pirate's sound from the from the from pir- from the tree from the trees, and he thought that they kill Jim. Mm, Then they come back to the ship. They come back to the ship, and mm, and they take five. The He take four men. Mr. Trelawney, Red Ruth. It's Mr. Trelawney's man and Red Ruth. Uh, who else? Hunter, Red Ruth, Hunter, Captain, Mr. Trelawney's Red Ruth, Hunter, Mr. Trelawney, uh, uh, the the captain, and I. The five person uh, go to the boat, take a boat, took a boat. They uh, they take some food or not. Uh, there were five of us, a small boat, and we moved very slowly. Okay, it's without food um, and guns. Five of them moved to the island. After that, the Dr. Livesey and one person. Ba, 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 ba. He told the captain about the house. Okay, I watched to the story. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. 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 I uh, they they swim they swim uh, on a boat two times. I don't understand. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into the small boat. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. Hunter and I went back to the Hispaniola. I told the captain about the house, and we started to put food into the small boat. We started to put food into the small boat. The pirates on the ship did not hear us. Joyce and I carried the food from the beach to the house. Joyce and I carried the food from the beach to the house. Okay. Uh, Joyce stayed in the house with his gun, and I went back to the ship. Okay. Uh, the first the first time in the first time uh, they they take a food and the gun and del and delivered it to the island, and pirates didn't hurt the the they didn't hurt they, okay. And and then uh, then Doctor, yes, and then Joy stayed in the house, and Dr. Livesey is returned to the ship, and they drop down, yes, drop down, and they dropped all guns uh, to the sea, and then they go to the boat and moved to the island. But the pirate is but the pirate is so but the pirate was sea, but the pirates saw they. Oh my god, it's so difficult. Okay, but the pirates is so they, and they have a big gun. uh, uh, they Dr. Livesey and his Dr. Livesey and people with him moved faster. The, then they heard a gunshot from the big gun, uh, and other pirates uh, ran out the run out of the tree, yes, run out of the tree. Uh, they began run along the beach. They began run along the beach. Okay. Dr. Livesey and his team lost a big part of food and guns when they moved to the island. They ran to the house. They ran to the house, and they ran to the house. The pirates shooting. The pirates is shooting was shooting to them, but when they my god, it's so difficult, I can't. I read, it's a very easy and short chapter, yes. I read it. I pretty understand it. Mm, mm, I'm. I can. I can retail something in Russia, but uh, but I can't do it in English. Yes, it's so difficult. Okay, what I it's it's so small. Okay, guys, just a minute. My phone is okay. My son, my son called me. Okay, mm, let's try to end this retailing. Okay, what I remember, what I remember else, when they shoot, when they shoot, when they shot to each other. Yes. Oh, okay. Shoot, shot. When they shot, when they shot to each other. Uh, uh, the teams of Dr. Livesey, I don't remember who, he hit one of the men of Dr. Livesey, hit one of the pirates, one 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 man one one man from the pirate, and but the pirate but the pirate but the pirate pirates pirates but the pirates but the pirates the pirates is hit hide hit hidden is hide hit the pirates is hit, but one of the pirates shot to the red shot to the red uh, through 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 red roof through red roof head, uh, and we they lost one man man they lost one man, and doctor and Dr. Mr. Trelawney uh, sadly said, yes, sadly said that that is only five of us. And then he heard, Mr. Trelawney, it's Jim. It's Jim. And he said, okay, to, now we five or we six again. Okay, guys, it's very interesting, but it's too difficult. I think I need more reading and more retailing, and I need retailing about this easy story. Yes, it's very difficult for me now, and this is the big problem for me, big, for my speaking, guys. Okay, for now it's end. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you later.